A. Medical information leaflets.
Read this extract from a leaflet included in a packet of painkillers.
Before taking this medicine, talk to your doctor or pharmacist if you are taking low-dose aspirin up to 75 milligrams daily, suffer from asthma or have a past history of asthma, have a connective tissue disorder, have a history of gastrointestinal disease or suffer from bowel problems, are elderly as it increases the risk of adverse reactions, have heart problems, have had a previous stroke or think you might be at risk of these conditions. Do not exceed the stated dose or duration of treatment. Like all medicines, these tablets may sometimes cause side effects, though not everybody gets them. Stop taking this medicine and seek medical help if you suffer from any of the following: allergic reactions, are sick and it contains blood or dark particles that look like coffee grounds, pass blood in your stools, stiff neck, headache, feeling sick, nausea, being sick, vomiting, fever and disorientation, not knowing where you are.
B. Medical metaphors. Social and other problems are often talked about as if they were illnesses. For example, the current spate of car thefts is a symptom of a deeper underlying problem. This behaviour is symptomatic of his general lack of self-confidence. The causes of a problem can be diagnosed, and the outlook for a situation can also be referred to as the prognosis.
The medical meaning of the key word is given in brackets before the examples below.
Ailing, unwell, sickly. For example, an ailing organisation. The economy has been ailing for some time, but there are hopes of a recovery soon. Rash, a lot of small red spots on the skin. For example, a rash of burglaries. Fever, high temperature. For example, World Cup fever, election fever. At fever pitch, to reach fever pitch. For example, with a week to go before Anne's wedding, preparations had reached fever pitch. Jaundiced, yellow-looking skin because of a liver problem. For example, experts in the history of the area take a rather jaundiced view of the likely success of the peace talks. Scar, mark left on skin after an injury such as a cut. Carry the scars of, or be scarred by. For example, I'm afraid that children will always be scarred by experiencing war at a young age. Infect, pass on an illness. For example, I hope Helen's enthusiasm will infect everyone else.
Pulse means regular beating of heart. For example, as felt on wrist.
For example, that journalist really has his finger on the pulse of public opinion. A healthy heart.
Our arteries circulate blood around the body and are essential to good health. But the blood flow can be impeded by fatty plaque that can clog them. The production of plaque is associated with high levels of cholesterol, and clogged blood vessels can lead to a heart attack or a stroke. Some foods, such as eggs and shellfish, while nutritious, are also cholesterol-rich, but if eaten in moderation, do not significantly raise cholesterol levels or pose a danger. Bad cholesterol is counteracted by fibre in our diet, and a high-fibre diet is often recommended by health experts. Fibre causes less fat to be absorbed by the blood vessels. Fibre-rich foods include fruit, vegetables, lentils, oatmeal, potatoes, and wholemeal bread.
B. Exercise and calories.
One of the most efficient forms of cardiovascular exercise is running or fast walking, which have been proved to have a positive effect in reducing cholesterol levels. This type of exercise lowers your blood pressure and can help diabetics too, by helping their insulin work more effectively. Running or jogging is also a great way to burn calories, and you don't have to be excessively sporty to do it. Based on a calculation of your body weight in relation to the time you devote to an activity, a person who weighs 63 kilos can burn 148 calories by jogging for 20 minutes. The same person doing half an hour of cycling at 25 kilometers per hour could burn more than 330 calories. Exercise can also speed up your metabolism, which helps you to burn calories more quickly. This can help to lower your BMI to a healthy level. If you're intent on losing weight, running, brisk walking and fast cycling are excellent ways of doing so.
C. Sport and fitness metaphors. I scored an own goal when I told my boss it had only taken me a day to write the report. Now she wants me to write several a week.
My boss always seems to be moving the goalposts, which makes it very difficult to know what he wants.
The new EU laws aim to provide a level playing field for all member states.
He's too young to be in the running for such a job.
The two main parties in the election are still neck and neck in the opinion polls.
Politicians often skate around a subject.
The students all sailed through their exams.
A. Industries and industrial practices.
Heavy industry, for example, steelworks, shipbuilding. Light industry, for example, manufacturing car parts, TV sets. Manufacturing industry, making things, for example, consumer goods. Service industry, serving people, for example, tourism, banking. High technology, high tech, informal. Involving computers, for example, software industry. Low technology, low tech, informal. Involving little or no computer technology. Cutting edge technology, involving new and innovative technology. Conventional technology, using standard, proven technology. Privatization, for example, selling off state railways to private companies. Nationalization or state ownership, when industry is owned by the government.
Many big industries are run as public-private partnerships.
The nuclear industry receives a huge subsidy from the government.
The government tries to encourage inward investment. B. Industrial practices.
Most of the factory workers are on piecework. They are only paid for the amount they produce. Many people now work on 0 hours contracts, which means they have no job security. They are employed by a company, but the number of hours they work each week may vary, and some weeks there may be no work for them, so they receive no pay. Child labour is a serious problem in some countries. Child labour, the employment of children to do adult jobs. In many countries, the right to trade union representation has only come after long struggles. Trade union, a union that negotiates wages and conditions for the people it represents. Many cheap electrical goods are produced in sweatshops in poorer countries. Sweatshops, factories where people work very long hours for low wages. Retraining and re-skilling are necessary when an economy is modernized. Retraining and re-skilling, training people for new jobs and teaching them new skills.
The big multinationals often close factories as a cost-cutting exercise and relocate and switch production to countries where labour and costs are cheaper.
In many cases, components for cars are imported and then assembled rather than manufactured in the country.
A. Technological advances affecting daily life.
Digital technology. Digital photography, digital video and audio recording. Digital broadcasting. For example, the sound quality of a digital voice recorder is superior to that of an analog one. Wi-Fi. A system for connecting electronic devices to the internet without using wires. For example, the hotel has Wi-Fi in every room. Satellite communications. Satellite navigation, sat-nav systems, mobile phones. For example, she doesn't use a road map now because her new car has GPS, Global Positioning System, built in, so she gave me her old plug-in sat-nav. Biotechnology. Genetic modification of plants. For example, biotechnology companies are experimenting with new disease-resistant crops for farmers. Artificial intelligence, AI. Automatic translation, identification systems. For example, scientists working in AI are hoping to create computers that will be more and more like the human brain. Ergonomics. Design of environments so people can work efficiently and comfortably. For example, this car has ergonomically designed seats. Bluetooth. Connecting electronic devices to each other with no wires. For example, my car has Bluetooth, so I can connect my phone to the speakers.
B. How much of a techie are you? Today, we are all to some degree dependent on technology. How many of these things do you own or use?
A smartphone. A hands-free earpiece and microphone for your mobile. A smart ID card for entering your workplace or college. A laptop computer or notebook. A desktop computer for the home or office. An MP3 player. A games console. A tablet using a touchscreen such as an iPad. An e-reader such as a Kindle. An interactive flat-screen TV. A router to let you connect to the internet from different devices.